There is nothing to writing. All you do is sit down at a typewriter and bleed. There is no friend as loyal as a book. Happiness in intelligent people is the rarest thing I know. I love sleep. My life has the tendency to fall apart when I'm awake, you know. The best way to find out if you can trust somebody is to trust them. Always do sober what you said you'd do drunk. That will teach you to keep your mouth shut. The world breaks everyone, and afterwards, many are strong at the broken places. There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is being superior to your former self. The first draft of anything is shit. All you have to do is write one true sentence. Write the truest sentence that you know. The most painful thing is losing yourself in the process of loving someone too much and forgetting that you are special too. I drink to make other people more interesting. When people talk, listen completely. Most people never listen. Every day is a new day. It's better to be lucky, but I would rather be exact. Then, when luck comes, you are ready. It is good to have an end to journey toward, but it is the journey that matters in the end. All thinking men are atheists. Courage is grace under pressure. Never think that war, no matter how necessary nor how justified, is not a crime. Every man's life ends the same way. It is only the details of how he lived and how he died that distinguish one man from another. Never confuse movement with action. As a writer, you should not judge. You should understand. A cat has absolute emotional honesty. Human beings, for one reason or another, may hide their feelings, but a cat does not. Forget your personal tragedy. We are all bitched from the start, and you especially have to be hurt like hell before you can write seriously. But when you get the damned hurt, use it. Don't cheat with it. There's no one thing that's true. It's all true. You can't get away from yourself by moving from one place to another. My aim is to put down on paper what I see and what I feel in the best and simplest way. I can't stand it to think my life is going so fast. and I'm not really living it. Never go on trips with anyone you do not love. If you are lucky enough to have lived in Paris as a young man, then wherever you go for the rest of your life, it stays with you. For Paris is a movable feast. Write hard and clear about what hurts. An intelligent man is sometimes forced to be drunk to spend time with his fools. In order to write about life, first, you must live it. The first and final thing you have to do in this world is to last and not be smashed by it. So far, about morals, I know only that what is moral is what you feel good after, and what is immoral is what you feel bad after. But life isn't hard to manage when you've nothing to lose. When you love, you wish to do things for. You wish to sacrifice for. You wish to serve. All things truly wicked start from innocence. If two people love each other, there can be no happy end to it. It's awfully easy to be hard-boiled about everything in the daytime, but at night it's another thing. You know, it makes one feel rather good deciding not to be a bitch. They wrote in the old days that it is sweet and fitting to die for one's country, but in modern war, there is nothing sweet nor fitting in your dying. You will die like a dog for no good reason. Worry a little bit every day, and in a lifetime, you will lose a couple of years. If something is wrong, fix it if you can, but train yourself not to worry. Worry never fixes anything. I didn't want to kiss you goodbye. That was the trouble. I wanted to kiss you goodnight, and there's a lot of difference. Madame, all stories, if continued far enough, end in death. And he is no true storyteller who would keep that from you. All my life, I've looked at words as though I were seeing them for the first time. Live the full life of the mind, exhilarated by new ideas, intoxicated by the romance of the unusual. When you start to live outside yourself, it's all dangerous. We ate well and cheaply, and drank well and cheaply, and slept well and warm together, and loved each other. We would be together and have our books, and and at night be warm in bed together with the windows open and the stars bright. Don't you ever get the feeling that all your life is going by and you're not taking advantage of it? Don't you realize you've lived nearly half the time you have to live already? After writing a story, I was always empty and both sad and happy, as though I had made love, and I was sure this was a very good story, although I would not truly know how good until I read it over the next day. The most essential gift for a good writer is a built-in, shock-proof shit detector. But then I knew that everything good and bad left an emptiness when it stopped. But if it was bad, the emptiness filled up by itself. If it was good, you could only fill it by finding something better. When writing a novel, a writer should create living people. People, not characters. A character is a caricature. How did you go bankrupt? I was asked. 2 ways. Gradually, then suddenly. I am always in love. There is no rule on how to write. Sometimes it comes easily and perfectly. Sometimes it's like drilling rock and then blasting it out with charges. Now is no time to think of what you do not have. Think of what you can do with what there is. No one you love is ever truly lost. I may not be as strong as I think, but I know many tricks, and I have resolution. He would lie in the bed, and finally, with daylight, he would go to sleep. After all, he said to himself, it is probably only insomnia. Many must have it. I loved you when I saw you today, and I loved you always, but I never saw you before. The real reason for not committing suicide is because you always know how good life gets again after the hell is over. You belong to me, and all Paris belongs to me, and I belong to this notebook and this pencil. We are all apprentices in a craft where no one ever becomes a master. Going to another country doesn't make any difference. I've tried all that. You can't get away from yourself by moving from one place to another. There's nothing to that. The thing is to become a master, and in your old age to acquire the courage to do what children did when they knew nothing. Everyone behaves badly, given the chance. If a writer stops observing, he is finished, experience as communicated by small details, intimately observed. We're all broken. That's how light gets in. Listen, I told him, don't be so tough so early in the morning. I'm sure you've cut plenty of people's throats, but I haven't even had my coffee yet. A writer should write about what he has to say and not speak it. This was a big storm, and he might as well enjoy it. It was ruining everything, but he might as well enjoy it. Wine is a grand thing. It makes you forget all the bad. They say the seeds of what we will do are in all of us, but it always seemed to me that in those who make jokes in life, the seeds are covered with better soil and with a higher grade of manure. All I wanted to know was how to live in it. Maybe if you found out how to live in it, you learn from that what it is all about.